Michael Bay's highly anticipated new series Black Sails is about to set sail on Starz. The gritty pirate adventure centers on the tales of Captain Flint and his men and takes place 20 years prior to Robert Louis Stevenson's classic Treasure Island. So joining us today from Black Sails are Hannah New and Zach McGowan. Welcome to you both.
Thank you.
So we've seen big hits with zombies, big hits with vampires. Are pirates the new frontier?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that's what we're staking it on.
Yeah. We're very excited that pirates are going to be out there now.
So this is cool. It's a period piece, obviously, and you're dealing with a pirate culture. But what are the plot lines we're talking about?
Well, the first season follows the hunting of one of the biggest treasure galleons in history. And it's really a kind of a political drama. So you're following different crews and the way in which the alliances form and change. And then obviously the story does spread out to get a bigger sense of what piracy was and how it related to colonial rule. It's exciting.
It's one of those things you'll really, you'll see the reality of the daily life of these guys and these women.
Can't be very hygienic.
No,
it's not.
And it's hard to sell stolen goods. So you need, there's a lot of political kind of relationships that need to be forged.
Yeah, it's interesting you mentioned politics, but you do have a crew. We all know what mutiny is about, and that's something you got to look out for on those ships.
Exactly.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's kind of the earliest form of democracy. These guys are experimenting, and so it's really interesting to see how that's developing.
Now, season 1 done. You're in the middle of season 2, shooting right now, which is great. How is it to get the call? Even more episodes they want for season 2 than they wanted for 1.
There's nothing like having your employment in the future secured. and that just means that the reaction at the network was really great, and the reaction at Comic-Con was great, and so they decided to go ahead and let us do more. So we're really blessed in that right.
So I want to ask you both how you researched for your roles. We all think about pirates and we feel like we kind of know the deal, but you have to think about the time you lived in, the conditions on the ship, as you said. How did you research that?
Well, there's so much written about this time period.
And your character in particular.
Yeah, well, so my character's Captain Charles Vane, and he's one of the historical characters that's on the show. And so there's actually a lot written. There's many books, and I mean Charles Vane has a Wikipedia page, for instance.
Good place to start.
Yeah, so it's a good place to start and to see what the common the common threads are. But the truth is that that's also limiting. You only find out like little figures. This is how much was taken from this ship. This is how much he accumulated over his career. But really finding out who the people were and what the daily life was, that's what really worked for us.
And we don't often see or associate women with this sort of lifestyle. What was that like for you?
I think for me, I'm in a really privileged position because it's kind of bringing to light a section of society that's never really been explored in the history books. And for me, it was very much about looking at the context, the historical context, and looking at what the situation would have been for women in the Bahamas at this time. And it's kind of like a war situation, So these women run these towns, they provide all the things that pirates need to go off and hunt these prizes. So when the men come back into town after going off and fighting for these prizes, I don't think much changes. I think there's kind of a huge amount of respect for these women as well.
Tell us about your character.
So I play Eleanor Guthrie, who is what they would call the fence. So she takes in pirate goods and sells them back to merchant ships. And she's a very determined young woman who has kind of control of the island economically and politically. So her father is the legitimate front of the business, and she's dealing with the illicit side and having to deal with pirates such as these.
A woman ahead of her time, running a business.
Very much so.
Fantastic. Now, you're working with Michael Bay as the executive producer, and we think big sets, larger than life, scenery, set design. Where do you guys shoot, and what's that like?
Well, we shoot in Cape Town, South Africa, and most of it's actually shot on a back lot in a film studio where they've built what has got to be one of the largest sets ever. I mean, I've never seen anything like it. It's a full town. There are full ships. There's a full pirate ship, and then a three-quarter ship that's almost a perfect replica of what a seagoing ship would be. it's really amazing to see all of it in one place, and it's easy for actors, you know, for us to actually kind of immerse ourselves in the world because it's all there, all in front of us.
All in one place, and it's amazing because you're never on the actual water. This is all, you know, Hollywood magic.
I know. Even when I saw it, I was like, I can't see the seams. I can't. It's like, it's incredible. You know, my character doesn't go on the boats as much, so for me, when I watch those scenes, I'm constantly turning around to people going, is that real? Is that real? So yeah, it is incredible, and obviously, you know, having the backing of someone like Michael Bay, obviously, we have the most incredible post-production team and making magic happen.
And they put that all together.
Yeah,
and it's a wonder to see. Are we going to see you on Shameless?
No,
again, you're a full-time pirate now.
Yeah, I'm a full-time pirate now. You know, I won't be in Shameless this season. I'll be on Black Sails, and you know, it's a really great way to follow up the character on Shameless. You know, working in an English accent with all these fantastic actors from England and Australia and South Africa is really it's really just something that very few American actors get to do. So I'm really blessed in that way.
So you're in your second year of work on this program, and finally, friends and family are all going to get to see. It must be exciting.
Yeah, getting it out there. Yeah, we're just really excited for everyone to see it, and I hope, like, we've just enjoyed making it so much. So
this is what we've been working. I mean, this has been the last year of our lives doing this. So we're excited for everyone to see what we've been, you know, working so hard at.
All right, and for those of you who want to check it out, they're going to have the opportunity. Hannah and Zach, thank you so much for joining us.